Danny, no giant killing in the FA Cup tonight, but you must be proud of the boys after that cracking performance.
Yeah, I am really proud, and again, I think it feels like a little bit of a broken record at the moment when I say it, but it is moments in games. I think obviously we have the chance to make it 2-1 to us.
The Scott Allison one.
No, it was the Niall Brockwell one where he nicks it off the centre half, and I think Dav just can't. He's quite just a little bit behind Dav. I think if that goes in, I think it's what we said. Just let's try and turn the place against them. They're going through a bad time for themselves at the moment, and let's try and get them on their backs. And I felt when it went 1-1, it did turn a little bit, and we had a little bit of a spell there. But again, I'm proud of the boys. I've asked them to, me and Terry have asked them there to go and do a different type of role tonight. Yeah, we gave up possession. We didn't get after them. We let them have the ball. Jim pulls off 2 or 3 good saves, but apart from that, I can't really remember them really breaking us down or anything like that. So we've had a couple of good chances, but we just fell a little bit short. And look, they're in there, they're absolutely gutted, and I'm gutted for them because the work rate they've put in out of possession tonight to go and get across the pitch and hunting packs when they could. I'm gutted for them, but again, it's one of them ones. We've come to a higher league team, a club they'll kick on. There's no doubt. Darlington won't finish in the bottom area. We've got too many good players to do that. Just going through a period at the moment, and I felt in moments in games we were well matched for them tonight.
Slow start, but we get back into the game, and a cracking goal, a wonderful goal. I thought Stephen Reid finishes off, I don't know, 4 or 5 man move.
Yeah,
football, cut through them.
That's what we said. If we can get our foot on the ball, I felt like we could hurt them. It's hard sometimes when you're in them banks of 4s and 5s to then spread out and then show your composure. It is hard, but I felt in the first half especially, I thought we were doing it really well. I think the second half they changed their shape slightly and it was a bit tougher for us to get through them. But again, like I say, I thought the first goal, the goal was a tremendous goal and a replication of us playing through lines and being on the front foot. 2 forward runs from Riggy and Dav. Scotty slips him in and it's a great finish. So look, I was over the moon with the goal. Just wish we could have got another one.
Similar start to the second half. They start well, but we had those best 2 chances. The Nile shot and then the one played off the line, and Scotty's produces a miraculous save from the keeper.
Yeah, look, it is, and it doesn't matter what level, whether it's our level below the Premier League, it is moments in games, and I do genuinely believe if we go 2-1 up, the game's on our terms, then we can slow everything down. We can, similar to what they did probably when they went 2-1 up, taking the times on throw-ins and everything. And I think when a team's going through a tough period, like down now at the moment, I think if we can get ahead in the game, it is really tough. I've been on the other side of it where you're part of that and you need that help from the fans, and I think sometimes it is a little bit of frustration. But again, like I said, I couldn't have asked any more of the boys tonight, and like I said, I'd love to have been through in the next round of the hat, but we've got to make sure that the Northern Premier is our main focus now.
A lot of good performances, but Jim outstanding, Finlay Moorebank too. I thought those 2 probably pick a good bunch really.
I thought everyone tonight, I thought they all put in the right shift tonight and showed the quality at times. I think obviously Jim pulling off the 3 or 4 good saves, Finn done really well like you say. I thought Niall looked really good again and will really help us. Tinners being Tinners, covering every blade of grass, and the front 3 causing havoc, and that's it. It's hard to say it's frustrating because of the way the lads have played, but I do genuinely believe if we did get the second goal at that time, you would look at it and say the plans worked perfectly. But it wasn't to be, and we just have to move on now.
Plenty of aching limbs, I'm sure. Any more injuries? Are we?
No,
okay?
we're okay at the moment. Obviously, we'll assess 2 or 3 over the weekend. Obviously, have a long weekend to settle things down. Lewis Riley's had his scan. We're just waiting for the results on that. One thing I would say, and I've kind of been asked this question a couple of times this week, is that we don't share our injury information enough and things like that. We share as much as we can, and that's what I would say is that if I had a timescale on Bobby Carroll and Lewis Riley, I would share it. I'm not going to sit there and think he's in for his injection this week into his knee. If the surgeon gives that the all clear, hopefully Bobby can be back before Christmas. But we can't. We're not a professional club. We're not sitting with the medical department every day, and we can't update every day and things like that. But like I say, I've got nothing to hide. I'll be honest with anybody. Adi, we were hoping Adi to be back a couple of weeks ago. Had a little bit of a slower recovery than what we'd expected, but that's part and parcel of what we are. So obviously, once we get the results from Lewis's scan, we'll know more. Bob is making good progress. He's in a knee brace tonight to obviously make sure that there's no more damage before he has his injections, and then once he has his injection, hopefully it'll be between 8 and 9 weeks, and we'll see him back on the training pitch.
Plenty of support across tonight. A word for them.
Unbelievable. It's we're very lucky in the support we get, especially away from home. I think obviously when it's the Friday night, they've got to get away from work and things like that. It is a massive credit, and I can't thank them enough. And I know the boys love it when they see them turn out in the numbers like they did tonight. And obviously the gates at home have been good, and we're going to need them. We're going to, like I said at the start of the season, it's not going to be all on our terms this year. We're going to have to put in performances like that where we give up possession of the ball and say, come and break us down. And they're right behind us, and they see what we're trying to do. I can't thank them enough for that. The support tonight was tremendous, and like I say, I'm a bit gutted obviously for the players, but for the fans as well, that we couldn't give them that FA Cup run that I've been craving for the last few years.
Danny, it's all about fine margins, but we're all proud of the lads tonight. Well done.
Cheers, Steve. Thank you.